Excitement filled the air. Holi was here. In Vishrampur, every corner buzzed with activity. Women made mountains of gujia, the sweet Holi treat. Children filled their pitchkaris with colored water, their eyes sparkling with mischief. The air was thick with the scent of gulal and the sounds of laughter. Holi was more than just a festival, it was a feeling. This year, the anticipation was even higher. The harvest had been good, and hearts were full of gratitude. The old zamindar had promised a grand celebration in the village square. There would be music, dance, and a grand feast for everyone. Holi in Vishrampur was always special. This year promised to be unforgettable. Among the villagers were 4 souls whose lives were about to be touched by the spirit of Holi. There was old Rahim Chacha, the wise elder who had seen countless Holis come and go. His heart, like the ancient banyan tree in the village square, was a source of shade and wisdom. Then there was young Mohan, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Holi was his time to shine, to play pranks and drench everyone in color. He lived for the joy on people's faces when he caught them off guard. Radhe Shyam, the blacksmith, was a man of few words and a quick temper. A misunderstanding had created a rift between him and his childhood friend, Ramlal. This Holi, their animosity hung heavy in the air. And then there was Shanti, Ramlal's wife, a woman known for her calm demeanor and gentle heart. She yearned for peace and harmony, especially during the Festival of Colors. The morning of Holi arrived, drenched in the golden hues of the rising sun. Laughter and songs filled the air as people ran through the streets, smearing each other with color. Mohan, true to his nature, was at the heart of the revelry, his pitchkari leaving a trail of colorful chaos. In his excitement, Mohan aimed his pitchkari at Radhe Shyam, catching him off guard. The colored water, unfortunately, landed on a pile of freshly made sweets that Radhe was taking to the village square. The sweets, meant to be an offering for the holy feast, were ruined. Radhe Shyam saw red. The playful act, done without malice, was misconstrued as a deliberate insult. His anger, simmering for years, erupted. Harsh words were exchanged. Accusations flew like poisoned arrows. The joyous atmosphere evaporated. The music faltered. The laughter died down. People whispered and pointed, taking sides in the escalating argument. What began as a harmless prank had snowballed into a full-blown conflict, casting a shadow over the festivities. Shanti, witnessing the unfolding drama, felt a pang of sadness. Holi, the festival of unity, was being torn apart by anger and misunderstanding. She knew she had to do something, but what could she do to bridge the gap that had widened over the years? As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across Vishrampur, old Rahim Chacha decided to intervene. He gathered the villagers. His voice, though frail, commanded respect. He reminded them of the true spirit of Holi, a time for forgiveness, for mending broken bonds, for celebrating the joy of togetherness. Shanti, emboldened by Rahim Chacha's words, stepped forward. In a voice filled with emotion, she spoke of the need for understanding and empathy. She reminded Radhe Shyam and Mohan that anger only begets more anger. It was time to let go of the past and embrace the spirit of forgiveness that Holi represented. Her words touched a chord. A hush fell over the crowd as they reflected on their actions. Radhe Shyam, his anger replaced by remorse, realized the folly of his outburst. He stepped forward and offered Mohan a hug, a gesture that spoke volumes. Mohan, his initial fear replaced by relief, readily accepted the hug. He apologized for his unintentional mistake, his voice filled with sincerity. The ice was broken. The spirit of Holi had triumphed. The villagers, witnessing the reconciliation, erupted in cheers. The music resumed, livelier than before. The air, thick with tension just moments ago, was now filled with the sweet fragrance of forgiveness and the joyous sounds of celebration. Old Rahim Chacha smiled. He had seen countless Holis, but none as heartwarming as this. This Holi, the true colors of the festival shone through, the colors of forgiveness, unity, and love. As the moon replaced the sun in the velvet sky, the villagers feasted together. The food tasted sweeter, the laughter more genuine. The conflict had not only been resolved, but it had also served as a reminder of the preciousness of relationships. Holi, they realized, was not just about colors and merrymaking. It was about letting go of grudges, embracing forgiveness, and strengthening the bonds that held them together. Life in Vishrampur returned to its peaceful rhythm, but the memory of that Holi lingered on. It served as a constant reminder that, like the many colors that came together to create the vibrant tapestry of Holi, their lives too were interconnected. Forgiveness, they learned, was not a sign of weakness, but a testament to the strength of their relationships. And Holi, in its truest essence, was a celebration of this beautiful tapestry of human connection.